objects. When you have a simple object like this one here in the middle, it is fairly simple to change its colors. All you need to do is to pick a swatch, or remember you can shift click on the fill color option, which will give you the color slider, and you can very quickly pick any color you prefer. Now, when you have a traced silhouette and you're not happy with the silhouette itself, you will have to go closer and make amends to it. Like if you remember, this point here was actually sharp. The nose is not as characteristic as it used to be. So how do we improve that? Well, first of all, it's always good to zoom closer. And then what I will do is to use the direct selection tool and select that point that I need to turn into a sharp corner. Remember that we have the convert anchor point option up here. So whatever is smooth point can become a sharp corner. And what I can do is to drag this slightly further up, but then using the pen tool, I can define another point on the path, like there. And if I want to turn this quickly into a sharp corner point, I can also use Alt-click with the pen tool. So now I have 2 points, and I can drag this other one up there, and immediately we have that sharp nose back that we lost while we were tracing. Similarly to this, we have also a little bit messy outline here. Once again, if I just select the whole object and I select the smooth tool, I can go over these edges and try to simplify it a bit more and generally straighten these lines out a bit. Also, don't forget, you can use the lasso tool, select an area, and then from the object menu, path, simplify, you can change the curve points all at once into straight lines. When I have the preview on, you can see it straight away. So that was before, and this is after. If I click OK, I can even use the pen tool now to remove a couple of unnecessary handle points, and the direct selection tool to move these remaining points into the position that I need them to be. To emphasize this umbrella going down, I could even create a point like that, and I can remove these 2 points. So I simplified this down, this whole shape, into a simple triangle, which is much easier to handle and work with. So it is always worth spending some time improving the tracing results, but with more complex tracings, you will have to work a little bit harder than that. If we want to keep the quality of a hand-drawn sketch, then of course there's no need to do anything. But when you want to colorize something a bit more complex like this, you will be having serious trouble using any simple coloring technique because of all these open parts and missing detail. So let me just show you what I mean. When I select this object and I use the live paint bucket, which we've already introduced in previous videos, remember the shortcut is K. So once that's selected, I can again pick a color, but I'm just going to stick with the same color for now. Clicking on the body, it actually fills it up nicely. By the way, if we want to see it without all these anchor points, I can go into the view menu and choose hide edges. That way we can see exactly what we are doing. Now once again, if I click on the head, that worked perfectly. If I want to click on the neck, that works nicely as well. And let me just change the color to something else. So maybe have the neck blue, and then I will do the arm blue as well. So something like that. So far so good. So you can see that it is actually not that bad until we reach details like the legs where there is no closure. So they are open. When I hover over this part here, you see that it highlights the area that is going to be turned into that color that I have. And unfortunately, it's going to include all this area as well because there is no division there. The same thing would happen if I go over the foot, and not to mention these claws here. So what can we do in these cases to still maintain this feel of a hand-drawn sketch, but still be able to add color easily? What I recommend to do is to have this object selected and then double click on it. That way you will be working directly inside that group. So we are in isolation mode. Now we can switch to any of the drawing tools, maybe blob brush I'm going to switch to. So that is Shift B.